everyone to the show. This is Artists in Focus, and today we are focusing in on Nika Jangjang, and he is a wonderful and talented artist in Shanghai, China. And welcome to the show, Nick.
Hello.
Yeah. How are you doing in Shanghai today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How's everything over there with the pandemic? I mean, it's kind of crazy here. And
great. Everything's great.
Yeah, hopefully it can be great here one day too. So through this show, we're just going to get to know Nick and look at some of his artwork throughout his career. So let's start off.
So I think it's a long story because when I was 5 years old, my mom asked me, what do you want to be in the future? I said, maybe I want to be a painter or artist. But at that moment, I don't know. I don't know what is like artist or painter. So I just told my mom I like drawing, like painting. So my mom just sent me to school to study arts. Yeah, that's a long time ago.
So I mean, like that's that's really great that your parents were very encouraging of you to go and pursue art, because for many parents, right, they're just like, oh, art, cute.
Yeah, it's very hard because many parents they think art is useless, so they may send the children to study like mathematics, English, or writing, something like that. But they won't send them to study arts.
I know you studied at the University of Arts in London at Chelsea. You studied fine arts.
Yeah.
Do you feel that it is appropriate for someone to go and study fine arts at a university versus studying on their own? Like, what do you think the benefit is of studying at university versus like a self-taught artist?
Yeah, so for me, I have been staying in China for many years. I think if I want to study like fine art, I think I need to go to Western or American. So I have to say, what's happened in those countries. And in China, we don't have kind of contemporary arts.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I think I need to go outside to take a look. And when I studied in London, I think the something inspired me is the atmosphere. The arts we face to every day, but in China, so maybe you just face to people every day, but not arts. So after my first master degree, I used to study oil paintings. So it's kind of traditional arts. So I want to go outside to know more, to like know more people, and know more contemporary arts. So it can makes me become very various. So before I went to UK, I don't know how to make installation arts. I don't know how to make the video arts. So I tried a lot. Yeah. I think in China, the arts are most controlled by government. So it's not kind of free. It's not kind of free. So if you want to express yourself, maybe you have to say, to look around, anybody said no, you cannot do that. But if in Western country or in America, you can express yourself, use it anyway. Yeah, anyway, just you can express yourself or your arts. Yeah, so I think the surrounding is not good for artists in China. Yeah.
Yeah, so it kind of like stifles on creativity. It kind of stops people being truly creative because they have to be.
It's just like a bird in a cage. You want to fly, but cage is here.
But I think in that case, it would be good for some students to go out and
So I think as an artist in China is really hard. I think as an artist in the world, um, it's hard because maybe you have to make money, make a living, um, and you have to carry on your arts.
Mhm.
So if you can balance two sides, it's really hard. So I think as an artist in China is harder. It's harder because um, in China the society um, don't pay more attention to it. So uh, it's really hard to find a job. You know, maybe if you're a painter, you can create paintings and sell it.
Yeah.
But as now on, especially at this situation, so as an artist, it's really hard to make a living. I think, yeah, maybe in the future, things can change, but for now, it's really hard. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really
I think
yeah.
it's
So
kind of
it's
the same in America for, many artists, but now more artists are trying to collaborate, try to find different avenues to be able to monetize and offer
yeah,
art. And
yeah.
so we'll actually talk about how you're monetizing off of your art later on in the show.
I think as an artist, you create something, you want to express the concept to the people. So for me, my goal is a more expressions and express my ideas to the world. Yeah.
So do you think the art you'll create in exhibitions, like you've done a few exhibitions in China and Shanghai and Hong Kong, and then you've also done several exhibitions outside of China in the UK and Taiwan, correct? Yeah, Taiwan. So, all right, so your first piece that we're showing is Inner Space. Can you tell us a little bit more about this piece? You were doing this, was this after you graduated or like your last year in your master's?
This is after my graduate.
After your graduation?
Um, yeah, yeah. So this one, during I studied in UK, I did a lot of research about cubism, and cubism they use different aspects to create the images. So these paintings, I printing uh, the images first on the canvas, and then I use the traditional way to paint it again. So you can see in this painting, you can see the digital things in the background,
Hmm.
and also the you can see that it's
Yeah.
also made by printing. So and the background I use oil painting to create the space, multiple space and mix together. Yeah, can see that.
Yeah, I can see it. And I
Yeah.
really like this because he had a few pieces like this. And I love the colors and I love the cubism, as you're saying. It's just uh, very well placed and blended together. Um,
Yeah, you can see the space separate and they move together. It's kind of movable, the space, right?
yeah.
Hmm?
So we're going to take a look at the next one, which is Nightmare.
Yeah.
And
Okay, so this one I inspired by my favorite uh, uh, a singer. It's called Daft Punk.
oh, yeah.
This song is around the world. I can see there's the mummy, and they just dress like that, and these images I got captured from the MTV.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah, and yeah, I use computer to uh, make the people the shape into this kind of digital like, and the same method that I create this one as in the space.
This
Yeah.
is really...
Yeah, I print it first, and then I use oil paint to create multiple layers again and again.
How long is generally the process whenever you're creating these multiple layers? Because obviously you're using oil, so that's...
Yeah. This one I took like half month. Yeah, because I tried a lot of times. I failed a lot of times, and this one I create. I think it's okay. It's fine. So I give a name landmark. You
Why?
can see the people they are running in a circle. So I think it's quite some people who appeared in my dream. It's quite like a landmark. So I give this name. Yeah. I want to talk about this one. This one I inspired by English sculptor, and her works is quite very mysterious and very weird. So I quite like the kind of combination. So I just draw a boat behind of the two kids, and yeah, and you can see the atmosphere looks very weird, and the people stand there, just like the. Can you just talk about your feeling when you look at this picture? What do you feel when you look at this picture?
I feel like these people are they're lost, and
Yeah,
it's like it would seem sad because of the colors, but it doesn't, you know, doesn't necessarily feel sad in such a sense, but um, they seem lost, but they seem like they have a general idea of where they want to go, but they're just unsure of how to get there. And everyone has their own idea of what they should be doing.
okay. Yeah, I want to express the kid just lost himself, and during that time, I feel just like my in my real life, I feel my relationship with my friends getting worse, and I feel very uneasy every day. So I just paint this one, and as I mentioned that before, I inspired by English artist. Sorry, I forgot her name. So praise this one. Yeah.
And then this one you also showed at whenever we did the art after dark at M50, which was really cool. Yeah. So we showed that one, and we also showed "Should I stand in a boat to prevent from being hunted?" I always loved your watercolor paintings, just because one, the colors are very attractive, but just the way that you play with the colors on the paper, you're able to control it so well, and also just like the imagery that you do with it all blends together. Like the colors make sense with the characters. I couldn't see the characters in like a different array of colors. But I really do I always enjoy looking at all your watercolor paintings. And, you've done it so well. You can tell me about this.
Yeah, I quite like the vintage colors. So especially the ground color, I like brown and green and blue, deep blue. So I can see most all my works in watercolors. I use those three colors a lot.
Why this name? Should I stand in a boat to prevent from being hunted?
Okay. Do you like this name?
Like it's a long. I was just like, I was thinking, I was like, should I stand in a boat? I was like, how is standing in this boat going to prevent you from being haunted, being hunted? I'm still gonna come after you if I'm gonna hunt you.
Yeah.
So I was just trying to see how like this name correlates with these people standing in a boat. They're still, I don't know if they're on a river. Maybe they, you know, that will
Yeah,
keep the
on the
hunter.
ground. So I think the boat. When you're in the boat, you can feel a lot of safety because uh, when you're in the ocean, when you're in a boat, you feel safety. But just like the boat can give you kind of the feeling that you feel safe. But when the boat in the ground, you feel that just different. The place doesn't match, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to just tell people you can see the feeling in this painting, just like the everybody just looks very still and very stiff, um, and also the people in the middle just looking at you. Yeah. So I don't know why I gave it this name, but when I after I painting this, I just the name just pop up in my head, so I just give it this name. Yeah. Trying artists are very crazy.
Yeah. I know you're crazy. Just kidding. All right. And then we have the little gentleman, which is currently in Shanghai.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shanghai.
I need to
I
get back to
I
it.
didn't see him for a long time.
Yeah, it's your painting is in good hands. It's not being touched by anyone.
Okay.
Yes, the little gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me more about this little gentleman series? I like it because it's very Nick, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Why?
because it's just
Uh,
it has that European style. Like I know you like the dress, the attire very much, and just like kind of like the little swag, and then the colors as well. Um, so yeah, just tell me about this painting and the process.
yeah. So this one just totally oil painting. I quite like a movie. I forgot the name. Is there's a sentence the sentence, yeah, dialect. It's called Man of Makes Man. You know that one?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Or just
man.
maybe.
I quite like the gentleman that shoots. Uh, um, and you can see this boy just standing in the mirror. Can see that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So and the same feeling that I want to show. It's like more like the inner space. You can see the space behind him. It's like separate and become very uneasy. So yeah, I just want to create that kind of feeling. So you can see that every single pictures has this kind of emotion.
So then we
Okay.
have Gentleman One, which was showcased at our Admired by Day, Mesmerized by Night exhibition at the end of last year. So tell us a little bit more about your Gentleman series that you created for our exhibition.
Okay. When I create my paintings, I use a lot of like fabulous colors on the canvas. Um, be, because when I paint the two figures, I don't know where I start. So I create the feeling, the atmosphere on canvas first. Then I feel okay. Now I can draw some images there, the figures there, and then I paint like in this way. So the two gentlemen, they wear very old-fashioned costume. So I think now the two pictures that I just got from the vintage photos and which inspired me a lot, and I just create this one. So I just put different colors in the cup and just flip it on the canvas and let it spread out well. And after that, when it's dry, and I just painted two figures on it. Yeah, that's my method. It's quite easy, right? You
Yeah,
can do that.
That was very fun. Whenever we did a workshop, I really enjoyed doing the acrylic pour. And then we have Gentleman 2, which one
Yes.
of my friends absolutely loved. This one seemed really popular with the colors because it's
Yeah.
bright.
Yeah. So the method that I paint this one is the same as the last one that you show. Um, yeah.
So, okay, so then we have your Black Lives Matters pieces that you created for the Black Lives Matter online exhibition that we held recently. And this one, I Can't Breathe. Can you explain more about this and why you decided to create this piece that paid tribute to George Floyd?
Okay. So when I heard this news, I was so angry, so angry. I think people cannot treat it in that way. So when you ask me to create some website, first I think I Can Breathe is shocking me a lot. So I want to use this one as my title to express the feelings that you cannot breathe in the water. So you can see this one I use the bubble wrap to cover on his portrait. You know, you can see the textures quite like the water just falling and um, choked choked his breath. So think so this works um I think the feeling is really overwhelmed. You can see that just from this picture. Yeah, you
Yeah,
choked, you cannot breathe.
yeah, I like the mixed media that you did with the bubble wrap over it and the feeling like water and suffocation. This one was really popular during our exhibition. And it's just really, really powerful because this is what started, not started, but this is what lit the fire for people to go out in America and across the world and speak out against police brutality.
Yeah,
The second one was called Eight Times, which was talking about Breonna Taylor, who still to this date has not received justice. And only one police officer, nearly 3.5 months later, has been fired. So, yeah, I just want to throw that in there.
yeah.
In general,
Uh, and she was shot by 8 times, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So I just choose eight as the name. Um, so 8 times just give me the feeling like she pains 8 times, and you know this really terrible, and you can see the wounds on the skin. So I just Photoshop the wounds together, so you can count it. It's eight 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 wounds. So it's stitched together.
So you created, I mean, obviously the eight wounds to showcase the eight wounds that she suffered, the bullet
Yeah.
wound, and then there's another element hidden into this picture. Can you tell us what that is behind the eight?
The things happened just at her home. So
Mm.
during she was sleeping, so
Mm.
I just did the pillow, yeah, pillow just behind the wood. If you just take a look close, you can see that the pillow.
That's really
Yeah,
powerful, and also thank you for creating these two pieces. Because it's really it means a lot whenever we see people from around the world gathering in support of Black lives. All right, so we have now we're jumping into the new world of Nick and what he's been doing recently. So we're going to take a look at this. Burning Challenge, which was your comic strip series that you worked on.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed, and then you stopped, but
Really?
yeah, I really liked it. You know, but you grew into other things. But yeah, tell us, why did you start Burning Challenge, and what are some of the challenges you faced in creating your one of your first comic strip series?
Okay. So I quite like drawing the comic books. Yeah. So yeah, I want to just have my own story and my publish my own book. Um, it's 1 year ago, so I want to create this one, but I just spent like 3 months to paint. Then I stopped because it takes too much time. Yeah,
Mm,
maybe in the I will carry on, finish this story.
yeah, I
Yeah.
hope so. And what is the biggest challenge you face whenever creating this comic?
I think for me it's really hard to imagine a lot of motion, and you have to draw different angles. I think that's really hard. Yeah, because I'm not a cartoonist, so when I create uh, different angle of the boys and the bear, so I have to do a lot of research. Yeah, that's a big challenge.
All right, now we're going into what you're currently working on now, which is your Tar Tar Sis series. Um,
Yes.
this adorable little character that has really become popular on Weibo and loved by many people in China. So you tell us
Yeah.
about Tar Tar Sis. How did you get started creating this character?
Uh, so actually, mm, I think I have a lot of personality. She's one of my personality. Can you imagine that? I think so. Because I'm really childish. I like
You
to
don't think?
draw photos on my notebook, or
Mhm.
I just like to do a lot of childish things. So I feel when I grew up, I lost a lot of purity and a lot of things when I was in kid. So I want to create a character and keep and stay my kind of childish mood in the painting. So that's why I create Tar Tar Sis.
Aw,
She's happy. She's really happy every day.
yeah. I really
I hope me the same like her, happy every day.
Uh, I actually didn't really, I don't know why I never really asked you about like why. I thought you created this because you wanted to take a break from Burning Challenge, but it's really interesting to hear that like this is like one of your personalities, Tar Tar says, because you've drawn so many characters which are on Weibo, and you can go find and look at all of his characters, and we'll try to put up more on his Instagram so you can all that as well. And maybe we can even create a Facebook for you.
Okay.
All right, so this is just, I want to kind of move this over a little bit.
Okay.
So you sold some of your products just like at showcases going to promote young fine arts. We even see the gentleman in the background. And we have, you know, people even in America that have gotten your products as well. Um, and now you're creating a lot of different products. You have power banks, you're creating t-shirts, all with not just Tar Tar Sis, but other characters in your illustration. What are you doing now with your illustrations and your products, and where do you see that going?
Yeah. So I like pop art. So I like to make my Tar Tar Sis become very popular, and a lot of people know her, and uh, they like to use products and different items.
Can they go to purchase them?
They can get from my WeChat. Maybe they can get from you.
Oh yeah, you can just go to Beyond Fine Arts and we will hook you up. And we are, I don't know why I'm talking like this, come to Beyond.
Yeah.
But yeah, come to Beyond Fine Arts and we will get you situated and we'll be setting up our shop soon online and do that. So yours and if you want to follow us, you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and also visit our website. And at our website, you can see more of Nick's artworks under our artists section. We also have our training academy. So if you are an artist that is looking to share your skills and you want to mentor students and make some money while you're doing it, you can go to beyoungfinearts.com and reach out to us and we will talk with you. Nick is one of the people that are leading that academy. So yeah, you can go and check that out at beyoungfinearts.com. And finally, we are proud supporters of votefromabroad.org, which is a nonpartisan platform that helps U.S. citizens get their absentee ballot. So you need to get your absentee ballot every January. It's a very simple and easy platform. You can go to votefromabroad.org, and if you need help and you're in China, need to help mail your ballot, we can help you provide the information for you. All right, so this has been Artists in Focus with Nick. And I want to thank you, Nick, for taking the time to speak with us. And I know it's already, 10:36 p.m. there. It's pretty late for you. So yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time. And
yeah, thank you, everybody.
okay, thank you.